He helps them out. Little does he realize they have a much bigger agenda than just seeing their relatives in their homeland. And he finds this out and discovers that they're out to awaken the dragon, which Bard has complete knowledge of, and his ancestors are completely connected to this mountain and to this dragon.
He's getting a lot of shit from the town folks because his father has missed one really important shot, as I understand.
Yeah, it's not his father. This was a few hundred years prior.
Oh, so his grandfather.
It's his grandfather's 6 descendants back. So his great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather.
So these people really hold a grudge, do they?
They do. I don't think it's that much of a grudge anymore. I think it's something that people don't talk about, but Girion was the Lord of Dale, and so Bard's ancestors were quite aristocratic. They were noblemen, and now, as you can see, Bard is anything but a nobleman. He has nothing.
Luke, I read that you were forced a year and a half after your first audition before you were finally offered the role of Bard the Bowman. How did you feel in that moment?
Well, it was quite unexpected when the phone call came through and they said that they wanted to screen test me for the movie. I was not expecting it. I was busy doing another film, and it all happened very quickly. And I went on tape in London. They sent it online to Peter in New Zealand, and the following day, I had an email saying that I'd got the job. The offer came through email. It's very 21st century.
You didn't appear in the first part of The Hobbit. How big was the cultural shock?
Not so much shock, more enjoyment and intrigue to join a big family that had already started filming the first movie. It was a very nice environment to arrive in. New Zealand's a very nice place. The people there are very, very nice. The crew is very nice, and the cast is wonderful.
You are the first actor to play Bard on screen, so how much room for interpretation was left to filling out the role?
There was a lot of room for interpretation. That we knew what we wanted to address with Bard, and by fleshing out part of his story, we allowed him to, we allowed the audience to get to know him and his family and where he lives, so they can get to know him a bit better and understand his journey and the reasons why he has secrets. He has a background. He has a history that he doesn't really want to share with the dwarves. But he's forced into having to help them, and so it's a very interesting character. There was a lot of enjoyment playing him and developing his personality as the film goes along.
You had chased a lot in the movie, so did you ever stumble and fall into the water of Lake Town?
Yes, I did. Thank you for asking. Yes, I did. I did. I spent a whole year there, and I didn't fall in once. And then this year we went back for 10 weeks of pickups, and I fell in the lake. Yes, up to my waist. Wet, very wet. And Peter didn't let me get changed. He said, "Can you do another take?"
He was one more time for luck.
Yep, one more time. One more for luck. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Just a few months ago, I had an interview with Paul Walker and you in London for Fast and Furious 6, and I was shocked when I heard about his death. So I read that you wrote on Twitter that you dedicate your performance in The Hobbit to him. Was it a spontaneous decision?
Yes. Yep. I was sitting in the car, in the quiet, in the dark, driving to the premiere. And I was thinking about Paul and thinking about how tragic it all is and how life can just disappear like that. And he was such a wonderful man, and it was my way of just keeping his spirit alive. And I wanted people to know that I was mourning his passing as much as everybody else.
Thank you for the interview.
Pleasure. Well, maybe I should sit on Angela Merkel's desk for a day. Who knows? See how that is. I guess I didn't really process exactly what it was I was getting involved in. It's a slow realization that you're part of such a huge thing.
How did you prepare for this shooting? Do you have exercises in swordplay and archery and kind of stuff?
Yeah, we did lots of rehearsals and we did lots of stunt rehearsing, and I stayed fit. And, we did circuit training, so we kept our cardio up because there's lots of running in the film and fighting. And then obviously I had lots of archery training so that I could use a longbow, which is the bow that I use in the film. It's big, it's 2 meters 10, so it's quite large.
So is it fun or is it annoying, this
No,
training?
it's fun. Come on, I mean, listen. I learn how to use a bow and arrow for a living and run around a big playground all day long. It's a dream.
Drachenfeuer und Verderben. Das werdet ihr über uns bringen. Er hat nur seinen eigenen Vorteil im Sinn.
What kind of director is Peter Jackson? He seems to me, for me, the president of Middle Earth.
President, yeah. He's the creator of Middle Earth. He's an amazing man. He's done an incredible job bringing such a beloved story to life.